Today we suffered a great loss in the community, the film community. Sadly, David Lynch has passed away. His body of work is very impressive. I was first introduced to him as a teenager when I saw Twin Peaks on TV, and that show just, blew me away. And I got introduced to so much of his work. Blue Velvet, Wild at Heart, Dune, the original Dune, Mulholland Drive, Inland Empire, just countless films, Lost Highway, and he had a vision. I don't use this term lightly to throw it around that he was an auteur. I mean, he collaborated and I guess he liked collaborating with others, but he did have a vision, and his work was not conventional. He didn't follow some cookie cutter formula. Every one of his movies was bizarrer than the next. I mean, he did Elephant Man. He did Racerhead. I mean, those are very different films, and each film he did, it was like he took a new risk and he pushed the envelope. I don't think we will see another David Lynch anytime soon. I mean, there's so many filmmakers that do push the envelope and do those things, but David Lynch was one of the greats, and he will be missed. And I don't. There's not much more I can say about David Lynch other than he inspired us to dream. He kept referring to, he wanted to dream up ideas. He kept saying that beyond the beyond. He was good, like had a turn of phrase like that. He was a painter, and he kept saying that one day he was painting and he heard a wind, and the wind inspired him to want to make the painting into something that had motion and life. And that was inspiring when I heard that. And he said that sometimes his movies or his ideas were like he had an idea for this, and it was usually the germ of whatever the film was he was going to make. That he had a germ of an idea, and sometimes he just dreamt little vignettes, and then either he had to come up with a way to string them together like pearls, or they came together, like he found one connective thread and then it came together nicely. But sometimes the thing that's worthwhile is not easy. So, but that's an interesting thing he said, that he would come up with sometimes lots of different things that would be disjointed, and sometimes the disjointed stuff played like real life, and that way it wasn't all cookie cutter and nice and neat, and that's why it was rough around the edges. And sometimes a lot of times there's memorable stuff in his movies because they're not something that's out of some screenwriting book that's just like, here's the formula and this is what you do. But definitely check out his work. He was a visionary, and his body of work will live on.